everybody, it's Tim.
Hi, Tim. This is John.
And we're back with another episode of the Weekly Sip. We're staying a little closer to home this week. We're taking a wine out of California and bringing it to your TV screens for viewing pleasure. We're talking about...
Today's wine is Lieu Dit Chenin Blanc. It is a white wine sourced from Santa Barbara and specifically the San Ynez Valley. It's a real kind of French Loire Valley inspired wine with a little bit of a really nice California take on it.
American kick, as it were.
Yeah, there you go.
Exactly. A little more structured, perhaps.
Mm-hmm.
Talk about where the vineyard's located a little more in depth. California's huge.
Sure.
Santa Barbara's huge.
Mm-hmm.
Mid-Coast is huge. So where are we physically?
You're killing me. I got nothing on that. I know we're in Santa Barbara. We're in the San Ynez Valley. But
yeah. So, I mean, a good landmark to use would be the city of Los Olivos. That's where we're at.
Okay. Well, these guys are located in Lombard, actually.
Right. Yeah. So we're going to keep that in because that was hilarious.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll edit around it, but that's funny.
All right. Well, I just figured you were going to say it's just go to the Phillips gas station, bang a right, and it's just behind the barbecue joint. It
probably is. Yeah.
So,
given what we know about the San Ynez Valley, but the wine. Talk about the wine.
Sure. Well, if I can start, kind of do a little round, kind of flesh things out a little bit here. This particular winery is a joint project between two friends that got together. One is sommelier, the other one's a winemaker. So it's Eric Railsback, who is a very highly regarded somm on the West Coast. Worked with Gordon Ramsay at his place in Los Angeles. Worked with Michael Mina, one of those kind of multiple award-winning, practically Michelin star-winning chefs.
You can't not know the names of these people.
Yes,
they're
exactly.
All over the news.
All over the Food Network and stuff.
Exactly.
And Railsback partnered up with a friend of his by the name of Justin Taylor, who was a young winemaker, had a winery that he started called Tyler Winery. His name's Taylor, the winery's named Tyler. I don't know, but it works for them. Anyways, the two of them spent a good amount of time traveling through Europe during off season and the like, when Justin didn't necessarily have to be in the vineyards, and they took inspiration primarily around wines from France.
Yep.
And that's where the name Lieu Dit comes from. Lieu Dit is a single vineyard sourced wine, or it's basically a wine from a single vineyard that's neither Premier or Grand Cru. So if you were in Burgundy, for example, there are all sorts of, say, Puny Montrachet vineyards, Lieu Dit labeled with a vineyard name to them, that are still classified as village level, but are sourced from a single vineyard. Quite frequently back in the day, that just simply meant that whoever owned that vineyard did not have the political connections necessary to get Premier Cru status. But anyways, it speaks to the objective here, which is to produce wines in their own backyard in the San Ynez Valley in Santa Barbara that are single vineyard sourced. In this particular case, this Chenin Blanc is from older vines located in the Happy Canyon Vineyard, which is one of the really great kind of good vineyard sources of Chenin Blanc along the Central Coast.
Yeah. I was reading about this vineyard, this Chenin Blanc vines that they're using, and it's used pretty extensively throughout the wine world in California Chenins. Like, this is the granddaddy of vineyards for this type of grape.
Yeah, there's a couple of sources where almost all your best Chenin Blanc being produced in the U.S. is being sourced from. One is in Clarksburg, and there are a number of people that make really excellent Chenin from Clarksburg sourced Chenin Blanc, and then the other is in the San Ynez Valley, of which this is one of those particular sites. And I had to say, this particular wine was inspired by top-notch dry Vouvray as opposed to a sweeter style Vouvray. And I think that Justin Taylor just knocked it out of the park with this particular wine. When you kind of look at the glass, it's got a light medium hue to it. When you stick your nose in the glass here, you're going to get nice, clean aromatics to it. It's slightly floral.
Absolutely.
A little bit of white pit fruit, that type of thing kind of going on. And then when you taste the wine itself, you get an immediate kind of upfront burst of fresh acidity that's really mouth-watering, very juicy. And for me, I'm getting this kind of across-the-board impression of like medium to full-bodied, lots and lots of layers, and a really long finish that's still, while I'm speaking right now, it's still coming at me.
It's in there.
Yeah, you're getting those white pit fruits, kind of like white peaches.
Yeah.
You're getting very kind of the pears, not the really super ripe pears, but those nice hard green pears, the Bosc hard green pears.
I was going to say the peaches right off the bat. That was like the first thing that hit me on the nose as well as on the palate. It's really upfront, and it's not overbearing. It's relaxed enough so you can taste the layers of the wine without being, pushing that one thing.
Exactly.
Right? So
exactly, and then kind of in the background, you're getting this nice kind of echoing light notes of, I call it like, say, white tea, slightly floral, kind of floral/spicy notes.
It's herbaceous in a way.
And it just and then it just echoes off on the finish.
Yeah.
Great, just a great food pairing wine here. Again, the winemaking style is pretty distinctive. They're bringing this fruit in, perfectly ripe. They sort through it all, make sure they have nothing but the best Chenin, grapes to work with. Stainless steel fermented. Once the fermentation is finished, the wine's allowed to age and mature, not in new oak, but large, neutral French oak barrels.
Yep.
And what that contributes to the wine is it gives it a level of richness and weight, and that is where you're getting that. That's what allows this wine to have that layered complexity to it,
and the long finish,
and that really long finish.
Yeah,
exactly.
It's 12 months.
It's
oak.
I believe it kind of varies a little bit vintage by vintage, but it's right. Yeah, it's right. It's right there. It's right there.
It is smooth, baby.
Yeah, and you don't detect any oak characteristics with this wine.
Nope.
It's all that primary fruit flavor. And as this wine ages and matures, you're going to find that it's going to pick up richness, and it's going to pick up even more complexity. And it's a wine that, for me, I'm for the most part, enjoy this immediately while it's still fresh and young.
Yeah,
you could very easily tuck a few bottles of these in the back of your wine locker, wine refrigerator, or something like that.
Yeah.
Come back in a few years, and wowza, you're going to see really some impressive things are going to happen.
Yeah. You had mentioned food earlier, as we always do with our tastings. What are your thoughts?
Here, I'm going to be looking at, let's see, your rotisserie chickens, your pork dishes, the alternative white meats and things like that. It's got the flexibility to it that you can enjoy it with
pizza.
Yeah, exactly.
I want to order a large pizza and drink this wine and have a couple slices.
I actually enjoyed this the other evening with a Caesar salad with grilled chicken on it, and I was in heaven. Yeah, it was dynamite. Yeah. It was dynamite. The wine itself is very reasonably priced. It's not. It's nothing crazy. All things considered, when you're talking about a kind of a super som, along with a kind of up and coming kind of rock star winemaker. A lot of times these wines can be very, very expensive.
Yeah.
Small quantities. Lieu Dit as a whole produces less than 10,000 cases in total, and they make a lot more Sauvignon Blanc and Cabernet Franc than they make Chenin Blanc. So for this wine, with a market price of around $30, to be able to offer it at $24 on a single bottle, it's a great price.
It's a really good price.
Now we've got a three bottle feature on it at the moment that brings that price down to $20 a bottle. So you're saving 33% at that price. And for me, that's a
steal.
Ton of wine.
Yeah.
In your glass for for that price, for $20 a bottle. Can't beat it.
I can't disagree with you there. This is
So that's it. I mean, that's the
phenomenal.
story here.
Great 4th of July wine.
Absolutely, we're thrilled to be able to work with these wines. It's it's a lot of fun, kind of going a little off the beaten path on the domestic California side, and to look beyond Cabernet Sauvignon and Chardonnay and to explore some of those other grape varieties, and just to see what California is really capable of doing. And in this particular case, doing a bang up job. And with that, we got
one announcement to make, and that is we are open on the 4th of July from 10 to 3. So just keep that in mind for coming in to shop for your holiday.
Cool.
We're back to normal hours on Friday.
Dynamite. And we have lots and lots of great things planned throughout the month of July. So keep an eye out for our emails.
Social media posts.
Exactly.
Some surprises.
If you've enjoyed this particular video, please make certain to share it, like it,
subscribe.
Here we go.
Excellent.
And with that, now we're done. I can get my chin. All right.
Thanks everybody for watching.
Have a great day. Bye now.